Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another webinar. Guys, this is a very, very powerful webinar that I wanted to introduce to you guys. Really strategies in realizing your dreams, right? We handle high-level CEOs' personal brands. We have a personal brand ourselves as myself. We have a family podcast, just building an empire. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Sugira Rubasha. I've been able to build a powerful personal brand, just something from what I love doing, right? I've always been someone who's wanted to create my dreams of my life, right? I've always had the imagination coming from a football background, playing sport to playing stadiums in front of thousands of people, right? I still have that dream till this day. And I just believe I live in a world that there is no limitations, everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. When you know that your mind is so powerful and who you are, that you have God within you, that you are a living God within you, then it opens the doors to infinite possibilities. And so on the business side, like I said, we handle high level CEOs, personal brands. And the way we do this through podcasting, right? Which is such a powerful way. And we really push that really well on YouTube. And that's what you're going to learn a lot of key strategies in here. On a lot of you CEOs, a lot of you people who are in this and watching this and seeing this on YouTube is you have a dream as someone who's ambitious, who's someone who is a CEO, who's running your company, who is a founder, in also talking about what you love and talking about your business in front of people, right? Going and being in the stadium in front of thousands of people, going and being a motivational speaker, right? Whether you're in tech, whether you're a lawyer, whatever it is, you have certain skills and assets that you've been able to build, your intellectual property, and it's time you use that to your benefit. It's time you use that to actually generate another revenue stream outside of your business, right? Speaking is a six-figure, multi-figure, eight-figure industry, and I will even be honest with you, it's not like I have been able to go and do speaking gigs all over the world. As I'm doing this webinar right now, this is what we're doing. This is what we're pushing towards, right? But I do believe I have the fundamentals to help you guys be able to achieve that dream. Not only are we doing it, we're doing it with some of our clients. This is the trajectory of where we're going. So what you're going to learn from me is how you can be able to set yourself up really well so you get those opportunities. So when those opportunities come to your door, or you'll want to go and attract those opportunities through your mind, you have everything behind you for someone to look at your profile, look at your personal brand to say, you know what? Yes, let's give you that opportunity. And I'll keep doing these webinars, I'll keep doing these teachings because you'll see me go from where I am now to being in that stadium and thousands of people speaking about what I love, speaking about our story. We're going to be doing podcasts, keynote speakers where we're speaking in front of thousands of people doing a podcast, right? Being able to achieve all of these things. So that is a bit of who I am, what we do as a company and as a business, and how we help the highest level of CEOs become key people of influence so they can do this, so they can be a keynote speaker just because you have that dream. So as I get into this, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see yourself again, talking about what you love, being, in front of a stadium, people looking at you, and you're being able to give a keynote speech for you to be able to just teach your expertise to people, adding humor in, adding all these things, storytelling to be able to, expand your brand, expand your name. I think it's such a powerful vision that you can have for yourself to be motivating people. It's much bigger than you. It's actually much bigger than your business. It's about how can you, expand yourself in the highest way possible. This is a way that you can create a revenue stream. I want you to think about it. I want you to close your eyes and see yourself, from the journey of, being invited to speak at a powerful summit within your industry where you've been chosen and now you've got first class tickets to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Africa for you to go and deliver this keynote speech. You're excited. You're, like, wow, I've finally been able to do this. I've been a CEO and now I'm able to continue to be the face of the business, working on the business and just expand. And you're doing your speech. You've been flying out there. You're staying at an amazing hotel. You're even using it as a experience with your family. Your family's come out. Maybe you're flying out some of your team as well, but you're the keynote speaker. It's your stage. You're there. And you're going to think back to this moment. And wow, this is when I started it. This is when I had the dream to do this. And I want you to go and deliver that speech at the best possible, because when you're in your zone of genius, that's when you're at your best. And when you're in that zone, boom, it's game time. And you're doing this and creating memories and legacies. So I think that's a very powerful and inspirational point to start. So Again, introduction, your path to becoming a keynote speaker, right? Again, you have a big business, you've been able to grow your business. Maybe you don't even have a business right now. Maybe your whole business is being a keynote speaker, right? Your whole business is say, look, I want to use my life story, right? And it doesn't matter who you are. I was at an event yesterday with PayPal, and there was a guy, he kind of looked like a bit of an introvert. He looked a bit shy, but he had a powerful story. He was a drug addict for many years of his life, many, many years, right? He was a drug addict. And like my dad likes to say, you go through phases in your life. And that's why for anyone, no matter what your history is or your past is, your story is powerful. Your story is what's going to set you apart from everyone else. And you can use that story no matter where you were in your life, 35 years of age, had nothing, gone to jail, gone to prison. You may look at that and you may be in self shame and self pity, but no, that's what's going to separate you. And the reason why I said this, when this guy was doing his presentation, he was a testimonial for PayPal because he's used PayPal. He was able to grow a business, start a business. And that whole event, it was a corporate event. And to be honest, before his speech, it was kind of, yeah, not, I wouldn't say boring because they were giving value or talking about their industry, what they were doing, but it was kind of just like the routine. But when he went up and told his story, nothing to do with corporate, he didn't have the extensive backgrounds that they had, but he stood out. He stood out because he had a powerful story. So it doesn't matter who you are, your story, who you are, your expertise is going to make you stand out. It's going to make people compelled. It's going to inspire people. That guy yesterday, he got a clap from everyone. He intrigued me, right? He got me out of my thing. And it goes on to something of being remembered. You want to be, when you do a keynote speech, you want to be remembered. When you leave that room, people were like, wow, that person stuck in me. They sparked something powerful in me. And I want to show you guys how you can get to that and how you can even use those things right now without you being able to be a keynote speaker to benefit you for those positions. So you can see me here. This was a pitch I did, and this is a great way for you to be on this, become a keynote speaker. Is go apply. If you're going networking and there's a pitch competition or thing, apply for it. Go there. And this is what I did. This photo, you can see me here. There was a pitch competition. I met someone, I networked through LinkedIn, and they said, hey, why don't you apply to be on the pitch? I applied and I did a speech. I did a keynote speech and I talked about the story. I talked about who we were and how we've been able to build it. It'll be on YouTube. I can maybe put it in the description below. And it was quite inspirational. My parents came and, I was it's just like I was born to do this and people were inspired in that room. And what do we do? You know why this is so powerful? Because a lot of people, they go and do these pitches. They enter pitch competitions. A lot of people even give presentations. But guess what? They don't document it. They don't film it. So when you don't film it, you don't even have the proof that you did that. And that's why this is powerful because now I can show this as we're going in and I have my team helping me being able to put myself to get those opportunities, to get those speaking gigs. It makes my team and our job much easier because we have a reference point. Hey, go and watch this video. You might have a whole catalog for you to see me presenting in front of people doing things like this, showing my expertise. So my name's Sugira Rubasha. I'm also a personal branding strategist. We work with, again, high-level CEOs. We build their personal brands, and we actually have a team. We have structures in place where we're doing that. We're building people's podcasts. We're hosting workshops. We're doing all these things to position them. So as part of that, I'm also their strategist and to say, okay, hey, like what can we do? We give ideas and we implement those ideas. So that's about who I am and what I do. I'm the co-founder of ETS Rubasha Media, something I started with my father from, our family history of just entrepreneurship has been in my spirit. And so I'm the CEO and the co-founder and of the Rubasha Family Podcast. We have a platform ourselves. We've been able to generate quite a lot of views. I would have to go on the Rubasha Family Podcast to check that amount. But I went to the history of my personal channel. The history of my personal channel, copied and pasted it, is over 14 million views, right? And that's through YouTube Shorts, through our long form content. When you're uploading so much, you're going to generate quite a lot of views. So think about that, 14 million views. So again, this is what you call building a personal brand. I'll be speaking in stadiums in front of thousands of people, right? 14 million people I've been able to, deliver content to, deliver value to. That's pretty good. So that's a bit who I am and why I believe I can give you information to just help you on your journey because you're ambitious, you're driven, and I want the best for you as you're watching this. So let's go. I get a little bit of background. I had this lovely lady, Mimi Nicklin. She's a keynote speaker, as you can see. She's an empathy coach. She's had a podcast. She's got a book. And that's why I think a lot of authors in here, this is powerful for you. If you have a book, that's really powerful. And so she's a keynote speaker as well on the side of her business. And she's doing it, man. She's really, really doing it. We had a podcast interview, which we are releasing later on this week. And it was great to learn from her. So you can see great thumbnail there. So the power of content in your keynote journey. What you want to do is you want to build visibility, right? That's the number one key. You want to build visibility. So you want to use platforms, like having a podcast and YouTube to share your message, right? Like just I'm doing this webinar, it's on YouTube, you're watching it, you're being inspired from it. Other people who just discover me. When we have a team who's doing outreach and doing sales and reaching out to people to get me my speaking opportunities, they can go in and watch me. They can go in and learn about me. Actually, when they get that email, that's what they're going to do. They're going to Google me. They're going to go and see what they see. Great thing, Google owns YouTube. So as soon as they Google me, they're going to be able to see so much content about me talking about this. They're going to see me presenting in front of a room, in front of people, delivering inspiration on personal branding, social media, how you can grow, a bit about my story, a bit about my family history, my football journey, seeing me on a podcast. So that's the number one key thing. You want to build visibility, right? In your business, you're an expert in what you do, but a lot of you guys are not visible enough. A lot of you CEOs, a lot of you people, entrepreneurs, you are not visible enough. And that is a problem. That's a problem because the people who will be your competitors, or you're going to lose opportunities because you're not visible enough. There's not enough content about you and what you do and how you're solving problems and what you love. So that's why this is very cool. You want to build that visibility. And then when you have that visibility, you'll be able to use different platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all the other platforms, right? 7 platforms, Snapchat. You want to spread your message and voice out to more people. So LinkedIn will be a huge place for you, especially to put you in that expert authority position. And you want to showcase your expertise. You want to develop valuable niche focused content to position yourself as an industry leader. I'll give you an example. This lady here, Mimi Nicklin, she teaches about empathy. She's an empathy advocate, meaning that empathy is huge in our lives as leaders, right? For me to lead a team, I need to have empathy that things are not always going to work out. I got to have empathy within myself to know that I make mistakes, to love myself. And if I have empathy with myself, I can have empathy with the other people. So she teaches leaders, companies, how people, CEOs, how you can have empathy to be a better leader. Because, a fact that she says empathy drives the people who have empathy within their organizations, or the leaders who instill the empathy, they earn more profits in the business. I think the number was around 29%. So think about how niche that is. If anyone's Googling about how can I have more empathy, or you're looking to be a better leader, or you need some motivational for your company to instill empathy, she's someone that can come up. And then that's why people can call her, or she can get opportunities to come and speak at a summit on teaching about empathy. So it's very niche focused. And when you're niche on social media, it's really good because the content of what you're putting out, like she has a book, she has a podcast, and so that content finds the right people. The content does the work for you. This webinar right here, because it's very niche, it's about personal branding, but not only that, it's about people who want to be speakers. The people who want to be speakers, they're manifesting that in their mind. The CEOs out here who are working in their business and want to work on their business, who want to get these opportunities, who want to build this revenue stream, they're going to come and find this video, right? We package it well, we put it through. They're going to come and find this video, and that's the power of niche. And so now when someone is looking for a personal branding strategist, someone looking to motivate their staff on how their staff can use social media, how leaders can use social media summits and things like this, they're going to find someone like me because I'm very niche and I'm very direct on who I'm targeting. Maybe it's a summit for CEOs on how CEOs can build their personal brand. Someone like me will show up. And that's very powerful. And that's how you want to do it. So you want to develop yourself and just give value, provide value. I'm here giving my time to you because I can give you value. I can talk about my experiences, what I'm learning, how we're helping our clients, and then that can help you. And that's what's going to propel me to continue to be an industry leader. So you want to expand that reach. Consistent content opens doors to audiences and networking opportunities. Consistent content, consistently putting yourself out there is extremely powerful on your journey. Again, this is wanted to be something short, impactful for you so you can take notes, you can take this motivation for your next moves. Right. So, what are some strategies for you to be a keynote speaker? We're opening this up for questions at the end because we've also had a few questions come in and we're going to help answer this. So, I just want to get through this to deliver this value. So, what are some strategies? I always say if no one wants to let you in the door, you got to make the door your own self. You got to create your own opportunities. I'm very, very big on that, right? Before I'm even getting these opportunities for me to go do all these speaking gigs, I'm creating my own opportunities. I'm hosting workshops like this, but not only that, we host workshops, right? Host a workshop. You have the income, you have this money, go host a workshop, right? You host a workshop, you put it up on Eventbrite, and then now teach what you love, teach your expertise, and then you have the content. Get the content now to show for that. So, for example, this is one of my clients. He's a high-level CEO. He's 11 years in it. He's got $1 million business that's continued to grow. Big mortgage company in Australia, and so he really wanted to venture off into being a motivational speaker as well, right? Like, how can I continue to teach about finances and generational wealth out to more people? So he's come to us. And so we said, hey, we're going to host an introduction workshop every single month for you. We're going to host it every single month for you. Get the cameras there. Look at the thumbnail. Get the cameras there. We're going to record it. And so now when people want to hire you, they can go on your YouTube channel and they can go and see you doing what you do. And then you can use these short clips, use this inspiration and make it like a movie, make it so impactful. And now we can pop that on places like LinkedIn, places where the event coordinators, people who are looking for someone like you that they can find you. So you just want to be someone who's more findable. So you want to invest in yourself. You want to create your own events to build credibility and content. Again, you may not host a in-person workshop because these are in-person workshops. I would strongly advise that. But now you can host a webinar like this, right? You can do this. Something like this is powerful, right? You're presenting, you're talking about it. This is a workshop, right? You put this up on YouTube and it's powerful for people to see. So record sessions to showcase your speaking skills and expertise. Even some of you guys have been invited to be panelists. You've been invited to be a speaker at certain events. A lot of you are not recording it. What about if you just record that? And so what we do now, we are changing the game. So we do this, and now we put this as a podcast as well. Someone can go in and listen to this on Spotify and see this. So you want to generate this content. You want to build a media empire around you, showing your expertise. Because when someone sees something like this on LinkedIn, that you're in a boardroom, you're teaching your expertise, people are going to be like, oh, wow, you're going to be an industry leader straight away. So you want to build a portfolio that demonstrates your value to potential partners and hosts, right? Extremely, extremely valuable stuff. Outreach strategy. So you got to reach out to people. I had this lady on here, Jacqueline Booker. She's also a speaker as well, and she's going further into that. We had a podcast. She's also a podcast host. You can see a pattern, right? With a lot of keynote speakers have a podcast. Your podcast is also your platform to show you being a keynote speaker, right? And so you see how we've used strategies as hosting workshops, right? Doing these things to show that expertise. But now when you have a podcast, it's powerful. So outreach strategy, you want to get in front of the right people, right? So that's also going to involve you reaching out to people, have your team reaching out to people. And so you want to identify conferences, organizations, and networks in your industry. What's happening within the next 12 months within your industry? What are summits? You can even go and attend a summit, network with people, give your card to someone. And then what are they going to do? They're going to go see who you are. They're going to go look in your LinkedIn, and then they're going to see so much content, and someone will click in. And because you have it in your mind, because you are manifesting it, it's going to connect you to the right person and say, hey, would you mind coming and speaking to our group of people? No matter how big or small it is, you want to use and leverage your personal brand. You want to leverage your portfolio, your catalog on places like YouTube, where people are searching for things. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. YouTube is a search engine. Guys, come on, wake up, right? Just like you're searching on how do I cook some spaghetti? YouTube is going to pop up and there's going to be someone there who's showing you how to make spaghetti, that person may even have 200, 300,000 views, right? So that's really, really powerful. Let's even, let's even do an experiment. Okay, cool. Quick, Google how to cook spaghetti. Let's see. What comes up? YouTube, Gordon Ramsay, key person of influence, right? He built up an amazing career, you know, he was a chef. Cool. There's so many chefs out there. But what did he do? He turned the camera on. He turned the camera on how to cook the perfect pasta. Um, as I said, it's a search engine. People are searching for that. Gordon Ramsay now is a key person of influence. He has people go to his restaurant not because there's good food there, because it's Gordon Ramsay. Because there's so many people out there who love food. There's so many people out there who want to know how to cook. There's so many people out there who love watching things like this. And Gordon Ramsay just made himself more foundable. So instead of him just being an ordinary chef, he now has become a global brand. All he did was turn on the camera. All he did was turn on the camera. There's so many mothers out there. If you just turned on the camera every time you go and cook because you love doing it, you could literally build a brand. You could literally build a business behind that. People, again, you going out and having being a speaker just like that. So imagine this could be you. So again, it's very niche, very, very niche. And people are searching for that. So remember that YouTube is a search engine. We started to do this recently where we started to go in and we're still doing it, changing our YouTube titles for what people are searching for so we can show up. So that's really powerful. So now when you can apply that to your business on how to be a paid speaker, I even have a video like that on my YouTube channel. How to be a paid speaker because I interviewed her and she's teaching on how to be a paid speaker. Over time, over 1 month, 2, 3 months, 12 months of time, that video on our channel is going to get views, get views, get views. People are going to keep finding that. That's the long-term game. So that's what you can do now. So now you want to outreach, you want to go and build connections, connect with event organizers on LinkedIn, go out and have your team do it, connect with people who are, looking for speakers. And then when they go and see who you are, they're going to find you. So you want to share your content. You want to use your recorded workshops and online presence to demonstrate your impact. Exactly what we do for our clients. Our clients, to be honest, they don't have time for this. Like you saw here, we're doing workshops for him. He doesn't have time for it. We have the intellectual property that he's been doing. And we say, okay, boom, every month we go, we host a workshop. All he has to do is come in and perform, do it. It's on camera now. As he goes to bed, that workshop is out on YouTube building his brand. And so now we can share that and say, hey, are you looking for a next speaker? Have a look at this. You share your content. You just add values to someone and they're going to reach out to you. So you want to go out there and have an outreach strategy and reach out to the right people. And again, this can all be done for you. So your path to that is you got to become a key person of influence. Yesterday, I told you I was at the PayPal event. This is Jessica Fox. She is Olympic gold medalist. She's quite historic in what she's been able to do. And even as an athlete, when you're out there Olympic, of course, you're already building your brand because there's TV, there's television. But still, as an athlete, you got to think as well, I got to be able to generate revenue over the long haul, right? What's going to separate me? There's only so many amount of years as an athlete you have. But now when you build a brand, when you show what you're doing outside of your sports, when you're going and getting paid even as an athlete to go and speak, this is at an event at PayPal. She's an Olympian. It's nothing to do with sport. But of course, they can use her sporting stories because sport is just another avenue that we express ourselves, right? Business, it's really the same thing. So now she's building her brand. That's a key person of influence. So even when you retire from your sport, you'll still be able to generate that revenue. A lot of athletes become broke after they finish playing. And a lot of them, you're not building your brand. So you want to build your brand. You want to become a key person of influence in your industry. So you want to develop a consistent brand message, right? An authentic personal brand. Show who you are as a parent, as a family member, moments of inspiration that you have and share that out to more people. You want to engage with your audience, provide value, insights, and engaging stories across each platform. You want to host questions, right? Again, this is so powerful and you want to attract speaking opportunities. The more you do this, host your own workshops, have your own podcast, keep doing it over the long run. Don't get discouraged. You're going to build something incredibly powerful, right? So you want to attract speaking opportunities. As your influence grows, events and partnerships will naturally follow. There's other people who have what you desire. There's other people who have money to throw at an event. Connect with those people, right? So the money that someone has and that you need, you can connect with that person, right? So we have a case study. This is one of our clients. He was actually being able to, I'll actually show you. I'll show you. I like to say the proof is in the pudding. So we are building his brand. We've taken him on. There he is. What do you see when you come on YouTube is him there of what we're doing. So what we did was he was invited. Like, so we've been managing his podcast, having this all done for him because he doesn't have time for this. His time poor. He just wants to focus on on his journey. So he had his YouTube channel. We took it over because he needed his help. We started to develop and build his podcast, right? Then he came out with a book. And that's why this is so valuable for authors, right? If you have a book, this is so powerful. So now we build a podcast and build a podcast with him around industry peers, doing what he needs to do. And now we build that podcast around him. So now can go in and spend time with him. So as he now released his book, he got an opportunity to speak at a leadership summit. Of course, as his personal branding strategist, we were there to document that. And so now we can document that when he's now going to get more speaking opportunities, he has a reference point to show himself doing exactly that. Another great thing was we said, okay, hey, he did a demo reel of like what is it like to
aspects that we're going to be looking at.
Yes. What are the aspects that we're going to be looking at? So now he's actually did a demo mentoring where he's showing, because he's a mentor, he's sitting down with someone and doing a role play of what it's like to have an effective mentor. And this was in a leadership summit, right? This is the journey, right? It's in a room like this, people who have paid to be there. It starts off like this, and then it's going to go into stadiums. But now if someone wants to work with him, they can go in on his YouTube channel and they're searching for effective mentoring. This is a demo. So now imagine if you're someone who's looking for a leader or someone to get motivation to build leaders or mentors. His team are doing outreach. They can reflect on the YouTube channel. He has a mailing list. He can send this out to the people in his mailing list. You see, this is what's powerful. And so we're doing this for him. He doesn't have to do anything, but now this has come up for him. What does that mean for you? Whether you come to us or you go to someone else, you need to get this done. You really need to get this done. This is incredibly, incredibly powerful. So his transformation with us was we developed a podcast and expanded his personal brand. He published an international best-selling memoir, Forging My Own Path. Right. And so now he's recognized as a keynote speaker, right? He did a leadership summit, and this is just the start of so much more. So he's already secured speaking engagements already, just like that, right? He's globally known and he's strengthening his brand and credibility, and he's gaining a loyal audience. This is what's so, so powerful for you and for you to learn right now. So this is taking your first steps into your keynote journey. You want to align with your vision. What's your vision? You want to start from the outcome. What's the outcome? Okay, I'm a keynote speaker. I'm delivering, tours and things of what I love doing. Okay, work backwards from that. Where am I now and how can I get there? How can I build up a content team, a media empire behind me to support that vision, to show people who I am and what I do so people spend time with you? That's the only way you're going to do it. There's a lot of people who even get those opportunities without building a brand per se, but they're going to be so limited because the person who will get that opportunity is the person who's out there, who's someone who's more findable, who's someone can go in and build trust with you straight away. They can say, yes, I love this person's energy. I love the way they're delivering it. I love their humor. We want to be able to get them. Right. So you want to commit to content creation. Start with a podcast, a video series to share your insights, and it's going to open the door to opportunities. You want to use your brand, use who you are and the passion of who you are and what you do to attract the right audiences. We're living in the greatest time to be alive where your content will find its audience. Your content will find its audience. So if we go on my channel, my content, 29,000 subscribers, what I'm putting out. We even going into politics a little bit, talking about the Trump and versus Harris debate, right? Like, so now this content, how to start a business with no money. Like this, there's people here who want to start a lifestyle business. What are they going to do? they're going to come in and find this, right? Again, very YouTube searchable. So, this is what you call a building a brand. This is what you call, of building something behind you that could be incredibly powerful. And you want to start this now. This is my motivation for you to show you you can start this right now where you are, you know? So, yes. Are you ready to build your influence? Are you ready to be that person on that stage? Are you tired of having the problem of not having something where you can show people? Are you tired of not having a place where people can see what you do? And are you tired of not building your brand and you know you need to build your brand? Well, this is where you start now. Look, as you can see, we've been able to show you our clients and who we're working with. Our capacity is full right now because it's so tailored, because it's so, structured with these workshops and this strategy and where we're going. We really want to protect our capacity. So we have a wait list. So we have a mailing list that we're sending out information to, webinars, information. I'm also being able to open if maybe you just need some strategy and have that conversation. That's a little bit more easier to do as we're really protecting our capacity with our clients. So we have a wait list for 2025. This is for the next year ahead. A lot of you already thinking 3 months, 4 months in advance. So this is for all the people who are interested in this. If you are a high level CEO, if you are earning in your business over $300,000 in revenue and you have money and capital to invest in this, to like these other CEOs you're seeing here, if you want to be able to just have this done for you, then this is your chance now. This is your chance to be on our wait list. So we can have a look at you. For us, it's more, can we see you have what it takes to be able to build that brand? So you can join the wait list to get that opportunity, so you can get notified, be the first to know when our new cohort launches for 2025. We have some questions. As an aspiring speaker, could you share more effective personal branding strategies that can help me differentiate myself in a competitive market and attract high value speaking engagements? So you're an aspiring speaker. Okay, so some personal branding strategies I would say is, let's say you have a team meeting. You have a team meeting that you do every week with your team on what you guys can do this week and how you're providing value with your clients. Well, what you could do is, if you can, record that, right? Maybe it's a Zoom call. A lot of people are remote nowadays. Maybe you have a camera, now record that. Record just something as simple as that, small with your team. And you're talking about, okay, hey guys, we want to be able to build the infrastructure for our clients, and this is how we do it. You don't have to give your confidential information out, but you can, by you doing that, now you have that content, which is an asset. And if you have a team now to help you, because you're a person, let's say you're an aspiring speaker, let's say you're a business owner, you're CEO and founder, you've built your business, you're earning quite revenue margins, and now you can deploy and put money into the problem of, I don't have time to edit it and put it out there. Boom, I have a team. Boom. Now you have content out there of you doing exactly this. Let's say you've been invited for a panelist, or you know, want to be able to aspire to that. Those are some of the personal branding strategies I would say, is just document certain things in your life, start a podcast, have deployment in the team to start a podcast, because that's going to build your brand. And now you can speak to industry people. You can even, maybe invite event coordinators, or you want to invite people or CEOs where you can see you can do a speech, or someone who's very a key person of influence, another key person of influence. You can now get them on your podcast. You get them on your podcast, and now you can deliver value. You can get to know them. You can learn their story, and you're going to come front of mind to people. You're going to come front of mind to people. So it's going to help you position that personal brand. So now you have a catalog on your YouTube channel, you have a catalog on your Instagram, you have a catalog on your TikTok, on your LinkedIn, of you showing your expertise. So when someone's going to see that your unique value proposition, they're going to see that through the content, which is organic, which is authentic. And when they see that, you're going to differ yourself from other people in your industry. Come back and tell me how that works. I'm really inspired by your expertise and would love the opportunity to work with you. Are you currently taking on new clients? And if so, what's the best way to discuss potential collaboration? This is why I love YouTube. Thank you guys so much for getting in these questions. As we're doing this live webinar, we have, you guys being able to watch this and ask questions, which is why I believe live streaming is the future and why you guys should be doing it. Are you currently taking on new clients? At the moment, we are not. We want to protect that capacity, but it also depends. Like, if I could wave a magic wand, how urgent, how bad is this problem for you in terms of building your brand? How bad is your desire to live that manifestation that you've always had to be out there in front of more people? If that desire is bad enough, if we see you're someone who does have that ability to say, you know what, I trust, right? And trust takes time. So, you got to even find out more about me, which you will, and which you'll be able to see because I've been able to build that trust. And we, as a company, have been able to build that trust because the proof is in the pudding. You can go in and see, and you can see our clients. If you do have the ability to let that trust and there is a good vibe there, then who knows? But yes, we are at full capacity and we are only more looking into 2025 and who we can take on and who we can work with. So unfortunately, sorry about that, but I would definitely say your best bet is to join our waitlist. And so within the waitlist, you'll be able to stay up to date with emails, and then potential meetings as we start to look and expand for 2025. Yes. So you can send an email there as well. Okay, last question. What personal branding traits or qualities do event organizers prioritize when selecting speakers for high profile engagements? Maybe you can share. What I'll just say from a personal experience, I haven't spoken with many event organizers as of much yet, but event organizers are more looking for how can we have someone who's going to motivate the people who we need at the event, because sometimes an event organizer, they're working for a company and the company is always looking on how can the person who we're hiring going to actually help even bring that company more business in. That company wants to propel themselves, they want to separate themselves in the marketplace, right? So you want to be able, or what they want to see, the traits that they want to see is from someone who's inspiring, someone who has a story, someone who's an expert, someone who can come in and deliver value to actually help their, end goal, their agenda. Because at the end of the day, everyone's in this for themselves. All these companies who are going to hire you for an event, they're thinking about how can this person propel us? How can we look good because we've hired this person? How can this person who we're coming provide so much value that they're going to make us look so good that when we keep hosting events as a company, people are going to definitely want to come to our next one because we brought in this amazing speaker. This speaker's story was so valuable and so motivating that we even increased business for them. So the personal branding traits that people want to see, they want to see an expert. They want to see someone who knows what they're talking about, and they want to see someone who has the proof in the pudding. They want to see someone who's built a brand, who potentially even has their own audience, right? So those are the really two main qualities I would say. I would say someone who can come in and inspire in an incredible way, and someone who's an expert in their field. That's what they want to see. And if you can do that, again, you're always thinking about what's in it for the other person, then you're going to stand out. You're really going to stand out. And they want to see someone that they can actually go in and watch and hear. And even themselves as an event organizer, they're going to come on your profile. And if they can get inspired by you, then it's going to be powerful. I cannot access the waitlist. Can you kindly share it in the chat? Yes, I will share that. What you can do is scan this QR code. So I'll give you some time. Scan it. If you're watching this on your phone, maybe put it on your computer, scan it with your phone. This is the QR code. I will put the QR code in the description. So, and in the chat. So after you've seen this, we'll have the team put in the chat. You can put in interested and we'll have a team member reach out to you, to send you over our wait list. No worries at all. Thank you so much for joining this webinar. I hope you got so much value from this, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey. As a high-level CEO, it's your turn to live out that manifestation for you to do what you love. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.